Hi, I'm Sofia's mom, and this is my mother, who she's talking about, who had terminal illness, and this is my grandson, Sofia's son. He came home on Thursday, and this was my mother's last facial expression, her smile, and then she became unresponsive. She had cancer for 8.5 years, and we cared for her, and her doctor oncologist at Dana-Farber never gave her a timeline. When we first got the diagnosis, it was all through her bones. It was a pretty bad diagnosis, but her oncologist said, I will never give you a timeline because I don't know. I can give you everything I can to help you to survive as long as you can. You're going to be living with cancer, but I'll never give you a deadline because I can't possibly do that. How can I do that? And I'm so glad she did that because that gave my mother hope. And my mother, you may remember her. She came when you first introduced this assisted suicide bill. I think it was 3 years ago, and she was terrified of this bill, that a doctor maybe even could potentially decide for her that her, life was not worth living anymore and convince her that she should take this drug. She did admit that there was a time, and I think it's normal human fear to fear our deaths and fear that we might be suffering. That's just a normal human condition. However, if she had decided early on that this was something that she could do in order to not be a burden to the rest of us, we kept convincing her. No, I said, Mom, I'll be with you to the end. You are not a burden. I will take care of you to the end. Still, those thoughts go through somebody who's dying. They don't want it was hard. It was a struggle, but I did it willingly. I did it willingly because she's my mother and she deserves every minute of life that she can have. So, she did have that moment of thinking, maybe I should just take myself out so that my daughter doesn't have to struggle anymore taking care of me, and she's taking care of other people and doing all these things. And that's where I come in, to give her hope and say, no, Mom, you're valuable. You're a human being worthy of value, and I will struggle to the end with you.
That's the...
Thank you. Thank you for your testimony. Any questions of this witness?